Okay, and we're continuing that same trip. Right now I just set the phone in the cradle and put my seatbelt on. One other comment that I had received is road noise, so we'll cover that today as we get out and start driving around. But the other thing is the heating and air conditioning. You know, how loud is it? Right now I have it on one of their, what is it, this first setting. So as I crank it up, that's as high as it'll go. You can see it's got a pretty good amount of wind and fan speed that's generated. And I'll take it back down to just the lowest level, and then this is all the way off. Oops, yeah, there we go, that's off. So you can see it's pretty quiet. We're just sitting here, live in a quiet neighborhood, so you really don't hear anything. And let's go for a ride. A little bit of a noise that you hear. This is the first time I'm taking out since it charged overnight. And I was told by the rep that basically that whine that we're hearing right now is the brake. So it is that emergency parking brake that is just some reason rubbing or is against something. But it does go away after about a mile. And we will experience that together here. Drive it is just like I would drive a car. I don't feather the throttle. I don't baby it in any way. I just drive it. I keep up with traffic, even accelerate past traffic, and it has no problem doing that. So I don't drive it like any specific vehicle. I accelerate into traffic as I would any other car. Got another great day here, great weather to experience the Solo. A little bouncy there, going over some undulations in the road. But they have to be pretty extreme to really bounce around like that. And it handles pretty well. You're not hearing a lot of rattling or feeling like the thing's gonna break apart in any way. It's solid. That's the turn signal you're hearing now. I'm going to go left here, get onto Woodside Road, and head up to Highway 280. We'll see how the traffic is around that area and decide whether we're going to go north or south. So what I'd like to try to do today is show you a little bit about acceleration, handling, cabin noise, and kind of cover those things. And see if you guys have any questions. As you can see, nobody's pulling away from me. I'm keeping up with all of these SUVs that I'm surrounded with. It doesn't seem intimidating to be in here with these bigger vehicles around you. The only other time I felt maybe I felt small was when I was around a semi-truck. But someone might feel that in even a regular size car. But you definitely realize how small of a vehicle you're in when you're right next to a semi. You see, we're at a stoplight here, and let's see what opportunities we have to accelerate. Clearly don't have the accelerator down very much now. Not having any issue staying with traffic. And we are going to go up a decent grade here. There's no strain whatsoever. Plenty of time to hear the road noise or the vehicle. Make a judgment for yourself to see if it's noisy. I'm not speaking in any louder tone than I would. Well, let's cut across over here and accelerate onto the freeway, and I will. You can see here I'm easily right up next to this vehicle. If you heard something bang around in the back, I have some scissors and some packaging tape. Having run some errands yesterday, that's nothing to do with the vehicle. That's some stuff I left behind, unfortunately, in the back. But I'm going to even pass this Lexus on an uphill grade. And we're doing 66, 67, 70. There's 75, and again we are going uphill. I'm gonna move over here. You can see this is about as loud as it is in the cabin. I'm having to raise my voice a little bit, but if I was playing some music and not talking to you guys, it's not a problem. We'll get off over here and you'll see that this vehicle in front of me is going to slow down to take this turn, and we'll stay right with them. This is a 20-mile-an-hour turn, coming in at around 55, 50 now, 45, 40, 35. We'll pass into it. That brake whine that I was describing when we first took off has completely gone away now, and that took about 1 to 2 miles. I'm gonna ask the dealer or the rep exactly what that is. It does happen every time, just on your initial drive, and when the vehicle's warmed up, it seems to go away. So it's something. I don't think there's something wrong with the vehicle. I just think it's part of its procedure of startup. You can see I'm buzzing through these little curvy roads here in this expressway. Speed limit here is 35. I'm doing about 40, 45. The nice thing about this area is I can show you how the vehicle performs in on some hills and some side roads. Actually, the electric motoring sound that it generates, it sounds pretty pleasant. Almost seems a little Jetson-like. There. Again, it absorbed them very well, but you can hear them a little bit in the cabin. Also notice that I do have my my iPhone turned sideways. I got a good tip to get a better visual for everybody to see it in the horizontal position rather than vertical. So point taken. Thanks for that tip. Car's getting a lot of looks. I mean, everybody around us is interested in to see what this thing is. The other thing I notice I'm getting better at is if you floor the accelerator, you actually don't get the best performance than just putting it down, I would say, a quarter to a half depressed. My only guess is that it has something to do with maybe the traction control. Not that I ever feel like it's going to break loose in the single drive wheel, but it seems to react better to a quarter push or half push of the accelerator rather than flooring it. And then when you do brake, you do hear a little bit more of that whine, which I think is part of the regenerative braking doing its job. So I'm going to give it its full capability. I'll use my quarter half depressed accelerator technique, and we'll see how quick we can get up to about 50 miles an hour. So we'll start our timer here. And we're off. Well, I can only get to 40 there just because of traffic, but that was about 4.5 seconds. So it seems impressive, but I think getting over 35 to 50, I think it actually starts to slow down a little bit. But again, easily keeping up with your local traffic. We'll give it another shot up here. We have some space. There, it handled pretty well. I was asked to do longer videos, so hopefully this isn't too long, but appreciate you guys riding along. And let me know in the comments if there's anything else you guys want me to focus on, or if this was too long, and I'll make adjustments. Here, when I give it a decent amount of acceleration, that it does have that increased whine from the electric motor. I actually like it. I'm somebody that likes the sound of an engine, and this does not have our combustion engine. Obviously, it does have some sound that it generates, which is a real sound. It's not generated artificially. We're now heading into downtown Redwood City, which Won't give us too much opportunity to accelerate, but we'll get to hear it go over some uneven pavement and do some maneuvering around other traffic and obstacles. So here is an interesting thing. We're on a hill, slight hill, and if I take my foot off the accelerator, it will roll back. So what I've been doing, there's no handbrake other than that power brake that we talked about earlier, but I put my foot on the brake, and my left foot on the brake, and I have my right foot on the accelerator. That's my version of the hill holder clutch in this vehicle. About 17 minutes on this recording, and I won't go over 20 minutes, just so you guys know in advance. This won't go on forever, but just giving you guys a generous example of what it's like to drive a Solo. Down now by the Century Mark Theater, City Hall. Looks like a movie or something just got out, so it's a little busier than I expected. But we're gonna get out of here. And we are running up until our cutoff. Okay, and that's 20 minutes, guys. So I won't let you grind through any more of this. And we'll catch you next time. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Take care.